Okay, so we have a DMG Game Boy. The tape is holding the screen on here because it falls out otherwise, just helping me to keep from losing it. I have opened this Game Boy up before. The battery terminals were fairly corroded, and I soaked them in some vinegar so that they would clean up, and that got us to where we are booting regularly now, which is great. I actually never got to have one of these as a kid. I had some buddies who had one, but I never got to own one, so it'd be pretty neat to have one now. So we can see we are booting up to the Nintendo screen, and we have our contrast is working. We can see there are some lines coming up in here. But the first thing that I would like to address is, if you notice, our volume completely maxed out, but nothing. We are not getting the little ping sound to let us know that we are booting up. Now, I do have... Where did I set them? Oh, here we are. I do have the official testing headphones that I keep here on the desk. Only the highest quality headphones are allowed here on the desk. And with that in place, I'm not sure if you can hear that. Let me try to hold that over near the microphone, see if it picks up. So we are getting audio. It is making audio, but we're not hearing it on the internal speaker. So what I would like to start off with is probably open it up, take the jack out. I did soak it in vinegar briefly, but I was afraid to soak it in there too long. Now I think I might let it soak in there for an hour or more, maybe a couple hours, and see if we can't get some audio through there. And if that doesn't work, then we'll move on and start trying to find what else is going on. So let's get started. Okay, now we got the screws out. It's time to take the two pieces apart. Slowly pull them out, and then we will work our ribbon cable out. I don't know if everyone else feels the same way as I do about ribbon cables, but I kind of hate them. So it seems like it would be really easy to put it in there, but I always struggle actually inserting them in. I feel like I'm pushing too hard and I'm going to crimp and break something in here, and I really just prefer the style where you slide it in and close a little door on top of it or something like that. But I mean, what are you going to do? They are what they are. So we can set our top shell over, and now we have our bottom shell. Let's get the soldering iron warming up. So like I said, I have taken this out once before and let it soak briefly. I'm not really confident that just letting it soak inside of some vinegar is going to fix our problem, but I certainly don't want to go doing anything crazy to the system before I've at least exhausted the standard, sort of the things you do first. So I'm not sure how well that'll pick up on the little camera that I have set up here above the desk. Let me see if I can get my microscope set up. Okay, we should be recording on the microscope now as well. And I have some lights I can turn on with the microscope. I'm not sure if they'll make the desk camera work any worse or different. But it lets us see a little bit more what's going on with the microscope. So anyway, if I flip this over, we can see that's kind of yucky and corroded in there. I'm not sure if by visual inspection alone you can really tell how well this works. But that lets you guys see sort of what we're looking like there. Let's see. Let's grab the headphone jack here. We can see we are functioning. So when the headphone jack is out, we can see that it looks like we're making connection there. When it's inserted, it breaks that connection. I'm not sure if I should test for continuity across this. I mean, I guess we can. It wouldn't hurt anything. I'll get that where we kind of lay flat. There we go. We got our multimeter set out here. Alright. Not sure if these will even fit down in there to touch that. May have to get some. I'm not getting anything. I may need to get some of the finer probes. Dig those out. Well, I can't find the proper ends, so I'll just kind of rig something up to work here. Let's just press that back in behind there. And now I know that that's making a connection. Doesn't look like it really likes it. Huh. I don't know, maybe cleaning will make more of a difference than I thought it would. We'll definitely give it a go. All right. Alright, I guess I will start with just the hand, the little, cheap little solder pump. We'll see how far that gets us. different angle on this one. I'm going to keep that in the microscope view. Alright, it looks like 4 of those come out pretty good. Let's see. I'm not sure this first one really loosened up as much as I wanted it to. That may just rock right out of there. Let's see how it goes. Oh yeah. Nice. Now again, like I said, I did have that out just a few days ago. So don't think we'll need the microscope anymore right now. So here we are, and I have my little cup of vinegar. And we're just going to let that thing see what it can do. I'm not sure if it's good to seal it off or not. I just don't want to knock it over and spill it. So I think we'll let that run for a little bit and see what it does, and then we will come back, see if it makes a difference, and start troubleshooting from there. Okay, well, we are back. It is the next day, and we have soaked our headphone jack in vinegar. I let it soak for probably 10 or 12 hours, and then I took it out and dried it out with some alcohol, and I've let that dry for about another 10 hours or so. So we're coming up about 24 hours from where we started. And I did realize yesterday as I was doing the continuity test that I was doing it a little bit wrong. I thought that, and let's pull this microscope out over here. Let's see, where are we? Here we are. That focused in. I thought that this piece here and this piece here were bridged and connected, but they're not. So in reality, I was just looking for continuity from this long flat piece to this piece, which translates to, if we can get a good angle on that, translates to essentially this pin here to this pin here, which we are now getting good, solid continuity. Not sure how well that was really working yesterday. Let's get those lights going again. Not sure how well that was really working yesterday, if this will make a difference or not, but at this point, we are good to get the jack placed back inside of the PCB board and give it a shot from there. I did do a little bit of cleaning on the board. Let's just get our iron going. I did do a little bit of scrubbing around and cleaning, and I tested continuity between these traces and where it's going, and we're sort of coming through this capacitor and then back through a resistor on the other side of the board and then back to here, and everything was testing good as far as the path. At least it appeared so, getting through the wire and into the main board. But I didn't spend a ton of time on that just yet. We'll go down that road a little more if this doesn't give us any the results we're looking for here. So let's get us some solder set up. And let's kind of pin that down a little bit. I just want to make sure that I get this as flat as I can get it. There we go. I think that'll be all right. There it is. Let's get one side soldered in here. Got that side tacked in. Alright, that should have us fairly well tacked in. Get everything else going. Let's see. I got that focus as sharp as it could be. Make that a little bit sharper there. Alright, I feel like we're making. I feel like we could be making a better connection right here. Put a little bit of flux on all these. Hit them again. Yeah, that right there could definitely use a little bit more. Always hesitate to just completely flood the entire pad with solder. You see where people just make a huge ball out of it. It's easy to get carried away. Well, I'm just not sure how good of a connection that's actually making. Might break out the actual. I know that this paste isn't the best stuff to use, but it was the stuff that I bought originally, and I'm too cheap to go and buy something else until I've used a little bit more of this stuff first. It's not near as fun to work with. That much is for sure. But it does work really well. Alright, let's see what we can get with that. Certainly smells like it's working. I'm just not sure that that's actually getting in good on the actual leg there. Is it just me, or does it not look like it's actually? I guess that looks a little bit better. Give that a good clean. Connection's just not looking as good as I'd hoped, I guess. A bit more there. Okay. I think that has wrapped up everything we'll need on our microscope for right now. And see about getting everything reassembled here. I have not even looked at the speaker itself yet. We're just going to start with seeing how far this gets us, if it makes any improvement at all. After that, we'll move on to the speaker itself, I guess. My favorite part, putting these back together. Even more fun to do, trying to get it on camera. Alright, that feels like it seated in alright. Seat everything back down. On our game. Help hold us together. See how we fare. Ooh, look at that. I am hearing everything. Not sure. Hope that's picking up good on the camera there. Alright. So that cleaning made a bigger difference than I expected. There we are, loud and clear. Well, that's great. So I think this will... Awesome. I think that will wrap us up on sort of step one with this guy. And we will soon move forward to getting those lines again if we come in. Not seeing them the same today as I was the other day. Looks like some of those lines have come back. So we'll take a look and we'll just keep going with this guy. Thank you very much if you've watched this video. And I am new at this. I will admit it is I feel extremely self-conscious just talking to myself here in the office. So hopefully somebody at least listens to this and maybe we can make a friend out there and look at getting some stuff fixed. All right, thank you very much.